Hey Renegade Golfers, Coach Steven here. I've gotten a lot of questions via the blog, comments, and email about the different types of stretching that we do here at the Institute. So I thought I'd take this short video as a chance to go over one form of stretching that we do and how you can alter it between when you're off the course and away from golf and then immediately prior to golf, because there's a difference here. So we use at least 5 different strategies and methods of stretching here. But let's go over the most common one, the granddaddy, if you will, which is static stretching. Now, by static stretching, it simply means you take a particular muscle to a lengthened point and you hold it for anywhere from 10, 30, 60 plus seconds, lengthening the muscle out. So for example, if I wanted to stretch my forearm, which is usually a good idea for golfers like us because we get tension here, I can extend my arm here, I can take the wrist, turn it back this way, and I'll get a stretch across the underside of the forearm here. Now I would hold that for 10, 30 or more seconds to lengthen out that muscle. A great way to overall make a postural length change with the muscle over time. However, there's a problem with static stretching if we're talking about just before you're playing golf. And I would say anywhere from 2 hours up to tee time, I would not do static stretching. The science here is relatively clear. The fancy explanations include things like neural inhibition, which basically means you're confusing the muscle. You're putting an artificial lengthening on it and then asking it to contract quickly in a power sport like golf. What can happen there is you can actually have decreased power. It's temporary, mind you, but it can decrease your power output, and we don't want that for your golf game, for your distance off the tee, etc. So what we recommend is you can do all the same stretches because the same muscles still need to be stretched before you play golf. But you do not want to use the static long hold method. Instead, we can use a 2-second hold and do repetitions. So for example, if I'm going to stretch out my forearm before golf, instead of holding it, I'd go into the stretch, hold 1001, 1002, release, and then repeat just 2-second holds, 5 to 10 repetitions. This will give me modest length. However, it will not confuse my muscle, it will not decrease my ability to have maximum power output out on the golf course. So this is just one method we use in 2 different formats. I'd recommend you, again, in review, use static holds when you're away from golf to change postural imbalances, and then use the short duration 2-second holds with several repetitions within 1 to 2 hours prior to golf. So get more flexibility, mobility, range of motion, and power, and just get after old man par.